Hello, baseball fans, and welcome. The World Series on MLB The Show coming up. It's the Tampa Bay Rays and the Chicago Cubs. Along with Chris Singleton, I'm John Sciambi. It's been quite a series so far, and the excitement's only ramping up as we get ready for Game 5.
Well, being down 3-1, calling it a do-or-die game is no exaggeration, but these situations tell us a lot about a team's character, and for some teams, it brings out their absolute best, but for others, it kind of proved to be an overwhelming scenario to face, and so we'll see how they show up here today.
And we'll also get to see what kind of killer instinct they have on the other side. Some teams can get a little too relaxed when they're so comfortably in the driver's seat. And we'll be back with the first pitch right after this. First pitch moments away. And today's starting pitcher, Matthew Boyd. Chris, what are you looking for from him?
Well, there are going to be a lot of balls in play because of the ground ball rate. Important that the defense stays engaged in the game. I think it's critical. Tempo is there. If you work quickly, it helps the fielders behind you to stay engaged, to make those plays, and help you get through the innings.
Okay, all set to go. And stepping in for the Rays, Chase Harrison. This one in the air, center field. One down. Let's take a look at our lineup. Chris, this is a lineup offensively that could be really good for years to come.
They're deep, first and foremost, but the way that they can manipulate their personnel for matchups and everything else, it's very intelligent the way that they use their team, and I think it creates a little bit of uncertainty for opposing teams, especially in a big game, big series.
Swing and a high fly ball pulled foul, and that's out of play. That's too low. And the count is 1-1. Horner with some struggles at the plate recently, not uncommon for rookies.
You know, Boog, at the start of my career, I got only 3 hits in my first month, but I kept at it, and I finished the year hitting 300. I know he's going through it a bit right now, but he's capable of figuring it out.
1 out, bases empty. And the slider just misses.
I think he wanted that call in the upper part of the zone, but just didn't get it. Now he's just trying to get a better feel for how much it missed so he can adjust his sights just a little bit.
Good plate appearance there. Able to take the walk.
You know, I think he's okay with that outcome. It wasn't an intentional walk, but he wasn't exactly trying to attack the zone either.
1 gone, runner at first. Tyler Lamb next to hit for the Rays. That's outside, and it's 1-0.
1-0.
Man at first, 1 away. Swing and a miss, and he was fooled.
This is one of those situations the infielders have to pre-plan and understand that the ball's got to be hit extremely hard right at them if they're going to have a chance to go for a double play.
Runner on the move. Ball outside. Throw, save. That's a stolen base.
When your catcher's not a great thrower, you have to do a better job of controlling the running game, and that's throwing over, that's stepping off, doing whatever you can to try to keep that base stealer's rhythm off. Well, they weren't able to do it right there. They're going to have to make some type of adjustment, or players are going to be running all game. Hitter's got some good opposite field power. What I like about something being hit to the right side into the outfield is that the base runner at second has a very good read and can determine whether or not he can score on that base hit.
set down on strikes. Called strike 3 and a fastball up in the zone.
Most guys are very aggressive when they see the stakes out there on the base paths and can't understand why he wasn't ready to swing the bat. You've got to be ready to swing the bat in a situation like that with the go-ahead run in scoring position.
And now it's going to be Jay Tharp. The pitch. Oh, great stop. Gathers and throws, and they get the out. The Rays strand just the one, and now it'll be the Cubs' turn in a scoreless ball game. You're watching the World Series on the show. Back here at Wrigley Field, and starting this one, Shane McClanahan. What do you have on him?
Try to stay back for that power changeup. Speed differential between the fastball and the changeup is huge. Hitters, they have a hard time staying back.
Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And now Nico Horner. Now into the ball game on defense, Travis Lamb. He takes over behind the plate. Also into the ball game, Harrison Cowan. He's the new third baseman. Also entering the game, Jeremy Hutchinson. He'll be patrolling center field. Also into the ball game, Devin Milligan. He takes over in right. First pitch doesn't find the zone. McClanahan, a former All-Star. He features a four-seam fastball, a changeup, a curve, and he works in a slider. The lefty, the 1-0. In the air to left center. Hutchinson makes the grab, one away. Here's a look at the Cubs lineup. This is a veteran-led lineup right here. A lot of players with plenty of experience, Singy.
Yeah, no doubt about that, Boog. These players have been around the game for a long time, and they may not have the flash that they once did, but they've got the wisdom to be able to understand different situations, be able to think with the opponent and sometimes in front of the opponent. And you always seem to see a team like this. They come to the ballpark, they know how to get down to business, and they understand what the job is at hand.
John Birdie in the box here lets that one go for a ball.
Well, this team was shut out in the previous game, and I'm really interested to see what do they talk about in that hitters meeting that's going to translate into the game and help them get on that scoreboard.
Swing and a foul out of play. Swing and a miss. There's the changeup.
And he really sells the changeup with that arm action.
Swings and misses. Struck him out.
Well, pitchers have become so much better at commanding that high fastball. It used to be that a lot of pitchers didn't like to throw it because it'd throw off their release point and their mechanics, and they're aimed at keeping everything at the knees, get ground balls. But because hitters get a swing path that can lift balls at the knees up in the air and over the fence, this pitch has come back into play, and they are doing some special things with it.
Swing and a miss, and the count even 1-1.
The pitch started in and ended up on the outside edge, just changing planes, and very difficult, especially for a left-handed hitter to track.
Fastball is outside.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Popped up to the left, into foul ground. And a foul ball.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up. That one to first. Oh, can't pick it up cleanly.
Safe at first. No play. We'll see how they score this. 2 outs, runner at first. Seiya Suzuki getting ready to hit. Just missed.
That's the ball.
Two gone, but the go-ahead run is at first here in Game 5 of the World Series. In the dirt. Just missed. So now 2 on and 2 outs.
Well, this came apart right there. 4-pitch walk, and guy at the plate was not going to help him out by swinging at something out of his zone.
Dansby Swanson is going to get a chance to hit. Worm burner into the outfield for a knock. Here's Tucker on his way to the plate. The throw is offline, and he's in to score. And it's 1-0.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Just kept it simple. Played pepper with the middle of the infield and took it back where it came from, and there was just no one there to knock it down.
First and second, 2 outs. And now the first baseman, Michael Busch. There's a strike.
This might be the most pressure you put on this guy today. You got 1 run in. You got to try to get another 1 or maybe 2.
Suzuki on second. Swanson on at first with 2 down. And there's a strike. Good heater at 98.
All you got to do is concentrate and execute this next pitch. Get yourself out of the jam, back into the dugout.
Fights it off. He'll see another.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
On the ground, Lamb. They take the force out, inning over, and it could have been worse. But the RBI single pushes across a run. It's now 1-0. This is the World Series on the show.
I tell you what, I think we all just jumped across that line.
World Series Game 5. And here's the catcher, Travis Lamb. Boyd back to work. Lamb launched a homer in his most recent game. Now fly ball to right center. Tucker should have it. Hauls it in, and there's 1 away. Harrison Cowan next to hit for the Rays, taking his first at bat of the game after entering on defense. Fastball in for a strike. It's 0-1.
0-1.
That's inside.
No, that's it.
Our umpire behind the plate, Jerry Hillsdale. High praise for Jerry when we talk to people around the game.
Yeah, no doubt about it, Boog. He's very straightforward, very consistent back there. So most of the time, you're not even going to think about it. That's a good thing.
To third. Birdie fires over to first. 2 away. Derek Cowan next to hit for the Rays. And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
Back-to-back fastballs in. That last one called for a strike. Probably go away, but look for him to come back in there to try to finish you off.
Hammers that one deep left field and forget it. And we're all square. It's 1-1. That was blasted.
Absolutely, no doubt off the bat. Look at that. Pure reaction. Fastball up and in. Not an easy pitch to get to, but because it was just a reflex, he didn't have time to get long with this swing.
Next to hit, Jeremy Hutchinson. Entered the game on defense, so this is his first trip to the plate in this one. And that clips the inside corner.
Ball game is still tied. They can get out of this inning with a tie game.
And it's strike two.
This guy's got such a good sinker. As a hitter, you've got to look up in the zone. If you look down, you're going to be chasing stuff in the dirt.
Foul ball, still 0-2. Got him swinging for the strikeout. Slider got him for strike three. And the Rays get one on a solo shot. All even now at 1-1. Bottom of the inning. And now the batter is Carson Kelly. Fastball for a strike.
Cold night tonight, Boog, and that's a pretty firm fastball right there. I tell you what, memories of getting jammed, they are creeping into my mind right now.
Swing and a ground ball. Dives and he can't hang on. Throw pulls him off the bag and he's safe. In half up to hit. And a breaking ball drops in for a strike. Way inside, gets out of the way. The 1-1. Late on that fastball.
Man, he was really tardy on that fastball. Great job of setting him up by throwing the curveball. Add some velocity to it on the next pitch. Can't catch up.
Now this is in the air down the line. Milligan sizes this one up. Couldn't get to it before it dropped foul. Almost got him.
Well, he might have to look for a different put-away pitch right here, too. He's already seen the curveball a couple of times in this at-bat, so might have it timed up and ready for it.
That one misses, and now it's 3-2. Got him looking. He battled for a long time, but it finishes with a strikeout. You can't be mad at yourself after an at-bat like that one.
I guarantee he's going to check the tape on that last pitch when he gets a chance because he thought it was ball 4, and he wasn't wrong. I mean, it was a close pitch. Definitely not an easy call, but especially after a long at-bat, that'll drive you crazy getting rung up like that.
And the batter now, Pete Crow Armstrong. Comes up empty. That's strike two.
Don't play situation here. He's been working up in the zone. Typically, you look for guys to get that ground ball. See if he adjusts on this next pitch.
Strike three, and that's 2 in a row.
Oh, interesting. He's looking very comfortable out of the stretch after giving up the leadoff single. Back-to-back strikeouts, so they haven't been able to move that runner up, get him into scoring position, and try to have a better chance of scoring. I tell you, good job so far on the mound. He just needs one more out.
Nice grab to his knee. The throw nicely done for the out.
That was a great job of doing the math. He had the perfect angle, diving stop, completes the play, and that ends the inning.
All set for the start of the inning. Now up for Tampa Bay, Devin Milligan. And that's in there at the knees. That one's upstairs, ball one.
That's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, you had a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
Swings through that, and it's a strikeout. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one. And, Chris, that's a way to neutralize his speed by keeping him off base.
And the defense breathes a sigh of relief because he puts pressure on everyone if he can put the ball in play. But that's how you do it. Keep him off balance, get him out of there, and deal with the next guy.
Harrison now at the plate as he swings through strike one. Tied up here in the early going. And that's way high. And it's 1-1.
Good purpose pitch right there. Trying to tease him, get him to raise his sights, pop something up, and make it an easy out.
Up the middle. And he beats the throw. Shows off the wheels right there. An infield single.
It's good hustle. And when you're talking about an emerging leader on a team, those are the things that are going to be necessary for him to do to set that example, you know, game in, game out.
Standing in is the power-hitting second baseman, Charles Horner. He reached on a walk his first time. Runner takes off, pitching for a strike. Throw, save! Chris, his wheels were the difference maker on that play. Just got in there.
Yeah, with StatCast's help, we see his top speed on this stolen base, and that's a big number. I mean, man, he really made his athleticism work for him on that one.
Runner goes again. Pitch misses. And the throw out at third.
Well, I can see he had a big lead out there at second base, so it wasn't a shock when he took off. But trying to steal third right there, it's kind of risky, man. You're already in scoring position, so you've got to make sure that you can make it there safely. That wasn't the case.
Swing and a fly ball, well struck left field. Happ makes the play, and that'll do it. Home half of the third coming up, tied at 1. Set for the bottom of the third, Jack Birdie at the plate. He's someone that you might not describe as having elite level speed, but he can absolutely move, and it is a factor in his game. A little bit low. 1-0.
Look, this guy's definitely a plus runner, but what I love about him is that he goes all out every single time, never takes a break. It's guys like that, even though they don't have the elite speed, the fact that they're consistent with it, they make moves on the base paths.
Next offering is in for a strike. Fly ball center field. Hutchinson puts it away for the out. Here's Kyle Tucker. Reached on an infield single his first time. Tucker measures 6 feet 4 inches, hitting third in the lineup, and he's a former Silver Slugger recipient in the National League.
I'm impressed that he went right after him on that first pitch. That's the key. Try to get ahead in the count, then you can play around a little bit more as the bat expands.
Next offering misses, and now it's even 1-1. Check swing. He went too far, and it's a strike.
1 and 2, the count.
And a good eye there.
Well, he's not afraid to fall into a 2-strike count. Knows the strike zone very well, so much so that I think umpires will look at him and determine whether it's a ball or strike, if he swings or not.
Sugar Shane notches the strikeout.
Well, just couldn't pull the trigger on the fastball right there, and I don't think he was taking it, thinking it might be a called ball or anything. I just think he was flat out frozen. Did not expect that location, in my opinion.
Suzuki hits low, second trip to the plate in this one. And there's a ball.
2-0 to count.
That one missed. 2 out, space is empty. Here's a rip to short, but he's there for the 3rd out. And the Cubs are down in order. Still tied, 1-1. And welcome back to the ballpark. John Sciambi with Chris Singleton, and set to lead off the 4th, Tyler Lamb. That is upstairs for ball 1.
He's been pitching well, but going through this middle of the order second time through, we'll see what kind of adjustments are being made.
2-0.
And now 2-2.
2-2.
Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Breaking ball misses down and away.
Count is full.
Got him looking. That's a strikeout.
Well, he throws him with a great fastball right on the corner. It's kind of like bowling when you think the ball's going to get into the gutter and somehow just hangs onto that edge and knocks down a pin. Well, he got the outside corner of the plate and got that called 3rd strike.
At the plate now for the Rays is the DH, Jay Tharp. Swinging a foul straight back. All tied up here in Game 5 of the World Series. And he grounds one to the right side. Sends it to first. 2 quick outs here in the top of the 4th. And now the catcher comes up to him. Travis Lamb flied to right his first time. And that one a little below the knees. And that is ball 1. Up the middle. What a stop. The throw. They get the out. And that'll do it. Down in order go the Rays. Score remains deadlocked at 1. Here at Wrigley Field, bottom 4. So up now for Chicago, Dansby Swanson. Ball 1 there.
You know, these Cubs showing great discipline at the plate, and patience definitely seems to be the name of their game in this one. He's only given up one run, but the starter's pitch count is starting to get up there, and that might be the best news yet for this offense.
Fastball in the inside corner for a strike.
You know, sometimes all it takes is getting to the next arm before an offense does any damage, and that might be the case today.
Ripped to third. Throws to first in time. Leadoff hitter retired in the fourth.
Now back, first baseman, Michael.
And here's the first baseman, Michael Busch. He's 0 for 1. And ball 1.
You have to be creative pitching against bad ball hitters. You got to add some velocity, subtract at times. Just avoiding the heart of the plate isn't always going to be enough. Guys like this can hurt you with pitches you wouldn't expect him to swing at.
The next pitch misses. And now 3-0. Base is empty, 1 away. We're here in the bottom of the fourth. And that's ball 4.
Ball 4. Take your base.
He did not take the bat off his shoulder the entire at bat.
Here's the catcher, Carson Kelly. And a foul ball. Busch stands at first with 1 out. And a foul ball. And that is downstairs. And that's ball 1.
Excellent arm action on that 2-strike changeup. Just missed. Man, he wanted that call.
And that's downstairs and outside.
Count's full.
This one in the dirt. Battling here as he fouls it away. Struck him out looking. So up next, Ian Happ. Caught looking his first time up. That's in there. 0-1.
Man, this guy's got a great feel for his breaking ball today.
Two outs. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2.
Man, he'd like to have that pitch back.
That one hit to right. Milligan gets under it, and that is a foul ball. That one in the dirt. 1-2 the count.
Well, with the amount of pitches that can end up in the dirt, a good secondary lead. Doesn't have to get away from the catcher, but if you're anticipating based off the trajectory, get yourself into scoring position.
Got him. And that's 6 Ks for him in this one. One left for the Cubs. Score remains tied 1-1. Welcome back. Quite a pitcher's duel so far. Here's how the starters have performed up to this point. Boyd back to work. And a fastball misses outside for a ball. Ball 1.
Well, these Rays need to bring up the quality of their at-bats and specifically their swings.
Swing, and this one's blasted. It's got a chance. onto the track, and he makes the catch. Derek Cowan next to hit for the Rays. He's already homered here in this one. Close one, doesn't get the call. And that's ball one. And a fastball in there for a strike at 91.
This game has been so tight, feels like the next team to score will win it.
And that is out of play. The other way, and foul ball. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. One down, base is empty. That's down and in.
That's a really good take right there. Slider down and in. Very difficult to get on the same plane and do anything with.
That one to first, and that's just foul. Good battle here, about to be the 8th pitch of the at-bat. On the ground to third. Birdie tosses across to first, so they get the out after a long battle at the plate. Jeremy Hutchinson next to hit for the Rays. His first at-bat was a strikeout. Fought off foul.
Ball.
2 down, nobody on. And we're at the top of the 5th. Hard hit left side. Zips it across, and that will end the inning. Nothing doing here this half. Last half of the 5th coming up. All tied 1-1. World Series Game 5. And now the center fielder, Pete Crow Armstrong. Just off the outside edge. Ball one.
You know, these Cubs just aren't putting great swings on the baseball in this one. They're trying to find ways to drive the ball with some authority, but it's just not happening for them so far. 0 extra base hits in the game, so it's been tough for them to get anything going.
Outside, and it's 2-1.
Sometimes you have to keep chipping away until you break through, but it's a lot easier to put runs on the board when you have guys in scoring position because they put themselves there.
Off the mark there. Full count now.
You got a full count.
That one is absolutely belted. Can't get to it as it drops into the corner. Now around second, going for third. The relay throw in there safely.
Got a fastball, middle of the plate, jumped all over it. Absolutely smoked that ball. A chance now to take the lead, and at this point in the game, that could be a deciding run.
Back to the top of the lineup. So here's Horner now. 0 for 2 in this one.
Wood.
In the dirt, blocked. And an excellent job keeping it right there. Runner at third, nobody out. Last half of inning number 5. Sliced hard but foul. Foul ball, it stays 0-2. Ground ball up the middle. Horner tosses to first, but the go-ahead run comes in to score.
So important to really lock in on an at-bat like this. It seems easy with the infield back, but you've got to make sure you put the ball in play. Put it on the ground, brought that run in.
So digging in, John Birdie. And there's a foul ball. Shortened the bunt and missed it. And the count is 0-2. And down on strikes. Make it 7 strikeouts for him.
Fastball inside just freezes the hitter. I don't think he was ready to pull the trigger. A lot of times hitters are looking away, and that one locked him up.
So here's Kyle Tucker now, 1 for 2. There's the strike. That's off the inside corner. 1-1. Just missed. Tap foul at the plate. 2 down, nobody on. Outside low. 3-2 now. Seiya Suzuki waiting for a turn at the plate. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. Two outs. Got it. Strikeout number 8. So it's 1 run, 1 hit, no errors, no one left. 5 innings complete. It's the Cubs 2, the Rays 1. Top of the 6th inning, and stepping in for the Rays, Devin Milligan. On the ground, right side, and he handles it himself for the out. Next is the speedy first baseman, Chase Harrison.
This is the time you have to pull out every trick in your bag. They know the season is over with a loss. Things aren't looking great right now, but they're still in striking distance. They need to get something going real soon. A couple of hits in a row for him here. He kind of rolled over on this pitch a little bit, but he got enough behind it to shoot it through for a knock, and you'll take that anytime you can get him to find a hole. And now let's see if they force some action with good wheels on the bases.
Charles Horner next to hit for the Rays. Boyd over to first, and he's back in easily. And that's outside. And that is ball 1. Ground ball right side, and it goes just foul. With the tying run on at first here in Game 5 of the World Series. On the ground, could be 2. Over to Swanson. He turns it. What a double play that was. Inning over.
Well, the second baseman made that one look easy. Great feed to the shortstop. Shortstop completes the play. They get out of a jam, and they end the inning.
New arm out of the bullpen, Manuel Rodriguez.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
So now it's the Cubs hitter in the 4-hole, Seiya Suzuki. Suzuki goes 5 feet 11 inches, 30 years old now, and he's usually in the outfield. Today he's the DH. next pitch is downstairs.
Well, usually a high level of confidence when you're facing a young pitcher out there on the mound. In this situation, ahead 2-0, he's put himself in a really good spot.
Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Now batting, the shortstop, Dansby.
Dansby Swanson stands in. Yeah, that's fouled off. Foul ball there. Runner at first with no outs here. And there's a ball. Bullpen movement for the Rays.
1-2.
Kevin Kelly warming up for manager Kevin Cash. Wentz also throwing. On the ground left side. 6, 4, 3. And they turn the double play.
They made that double play look so easy, but it was far from routine. That's the one thing about big leaguers. They make tough plays look simple.
And up next for Chicago, Michael Busch. That one fouled off. Breaking ball inside. And the count is 1-1. Next offering is fouled back. And that's in the dirt.
2-2.
And a foul ball. He stays alive. That one drilled left field. And that's a fair ball. Around first, heading for 2. To second, it pulls him off the bag.
Gotta love the resiliency he showed in that at bat, battling with 2 strikes. That was a thing of beauty. He may have been a little behind the pitch, but by getting that barrel into the hitting zone early on in his swing, he was able to meet it and still shoot a line drive down the line and left.
So a runner at second, 2 down. Now the Cubs catcher, Carson Kelly. First pitch misses. Swing and a line drive, base hit out into center field. Here's the throw to the plate. Safe. He beats the tag. And they take a 2-run lead.
Well done. Drives in the run. Just an awesome swing of the bat, quick hands, and just launched the baseball. 108 on the exit velocity. Man, that is coming off the bat pretty good. I know he's feeling good about it.
Ian Happ digs in now. Who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. And it stays fair. They stop the lead runner at second. Now 2 on with 2 outs.
Didn't take long to get a result for that at bat. Really good swing right there. He got a pitch that he knew he could handle, allowed himself to stay back just a tad bit longer, and he hit the ball on the screws.
First and second, 2 outs. And next for the Cubs, Pete Crow Armstrong.
Well, he's just given up 3 straight hits, and now behind in this count to this hitter. Might be a good time for somebody to call timeout. Maybe the pitching coach go out there and talk to him just a little bit.
Oh, he doesn't get the call.
That's a ball.
2 balls, no strikes.
When the skipper calls down to the bullpen, he's expecting the guy to come in and get outs. So far, not getting what he was hoping for.
And another ball.
Love how this guy grinds out at bats. I mean, he's down there at the bottom of the lineup in the 9-hole, but he's worked himself in a really good hitter's count, trying to pick up a 2-out RBI.
2 on, 2 outs. And they're all loaded up.
Take your base.
So the batting order turns over. Nico Hoerner will come up to hit.
He's been such a good hitter with runners in scoring position. Some guys just take it to another level. For him right now at the plate, it's like everyone else is in slow motion and he's in full speed. There it was, a high velocity fastball in the zone. I think a little frustration from walking the previous hitter. He's got good stuff. Pitch inside the zone and trust it.
And now the 0-1.
1-1.
In the dirt, but kept close. Well done behind the dish. On the ground, right side, Hoerner. In plenty of time to first. That ends the inning and stops things from getting out of hand. But they pick up 1 run on the RBI single. It's now a 3-1 ball game. On the north side of Chicago, John Sciambi and Chris Singleton. We go to the top of the 7th. And now the shortstop, Tyler Lamb. That one the other way. Makes the catch, 1 down.
It's never fun going back to the dugout after hitting a line drive that finds a glove, but you will get some high fives. You know, when you make great contact, you feel like you've done everything right. But in this game of baseball, not everything is in your control.
Swing and a ball popped in the air. Swanson makes the call and the grab.
Got the pitch that he wanted, just a little bit quick. Front shoulder open, backside collapsed a little bit, and the launch angle not where he needed it to be.
Travis Lamb next to hit for the Rays. Swing and a high fly ball, well struck. Crow Armstrong ranges back up against the wall and brings it in. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left. Midway in inning number 7, and it's time to stretch. It's the Cubs 3, the Rays 1. On the mound now, Kevin Kelly.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
Stepping in, John Birdie.
Went down looking on 3 pitches last time. Let's see if he can be a little more aggressive right here.
First offering misses badly for ball 1. He swings and fouls one off. Swing and a foul straight back. Fouls it off, still 1-2. Cut on and miss, struck him out, and 1 gone.
Third time he struck out in this one, and definitely an individual performance you want to flush. He just hasn't looked very comfortable up there. Just one of those days. But when you're still winning the ball game, at least you can focus on doing your part to maintain that lead and getting that W.
Tucker, the next to hit, takes ball 1.
1-0.
Base is empty, 1 away here in the late stages of Game 5. Next pitch is inside, and the count now 2-0. Foul ball. Next offering in there for a strike. And now 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Full count.
Cut on and lifted in the air. Milligan makes the catch. And there are 2 down.
Now batting, the designated hitter.
2 outs, base is empty. And now the DH, Seiya Suzuki. Fouled off left side. 2 down, nobody on. Here, the bottom of the 7th. And that is out of play. Swing and a miss, struck him out. And it's a 3-up, 3-down inning. Cubs are down quietly. And the score stays 3-1. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Phil Bickford.
Well, the best relievers love the opportunity to come in and protect a tight lead late in the ball game. Some of them are just wired different, so we'll see what he's got here.
Now up for Tampa Bay, Harrison Cowan. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike. The Cubs bullpen with some action. Porter Hodge getting loose out there. Number 43, a left-hander, also throwing. And that one is downstairs. And that's ball 1. And that one wrapped foul. Fights that one away, still 1-2. Swing and a miss, struck him out, and that's the first out.
Well, that's always the key to effective pitching, is getting ahead in the count. And as a pitcher, it really allows you to start expanding the zone. Hitters become defensive, and all of a sudden that plate starts to get really wide. And what happens is, because of the pressure, you end up committing to a pitch as a batter before you recognize what it is, and that's what leads to the strikeout.
And now Derek Cowan. And that misses. Ball 1. And another ball.
2 balls, no strikes.
Popped up. Bush makes the grab. 2 down.
Up next to Tampa Bay, the center fielder, Jeremy.
2 down, base is empty. Here's the center fielder, Jeremy Hutchinson. Called strike right there.
It's been tough for the offense so far, but you can't get frustrated. You got to find a way to shake it off, go up there and relax. That's the only way you're going to be able to put runs up on the board.
2 down, nobody on. Way out front for strike 2.
He got away with one there, but he knows he can't go into that spot very often against a guy like this.
Breaking ball misses down and away.
He missed the zone, but I don't think he missed his spot. That was a good pitch with 2 strikes.
And a swing and a miss. And that's that. Rays go in order. 1, 2, 3. Score holds. It's 3-1.
Now pitching.
Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th. Andrew Wentz. And here comes Dansby Swanson.
The shortstop, Dansby Swanson.
First offering, and it just misses. Wentz, a very difficult guy to get hits off of. It's really rare for teams to string stuff together against him.
He wins every pitch, and for a hitter, sometimes a victory is just fouling off one of his pitches. Unless he beats himself, somehow can't find it, doesn't have the control command that day, you can pretty much forget about it.
He swings through it, and that's a strikeout. And now the first baseman, Michael Busch. As a hitter, there's even more pressure to take advantage of any mistake, right?
Yeah, and you're hoping that somehow, some way, whether it's a hit by pitch, a walk, something bad happens, because outside of that, stuff is just too good to fail.
Late on that fastball. Action in the pen down there. Garrett Clevenger warming up for manager Kevin Cash. Just misses the mark outside the zone.
And he's got deception in his delivery, and it's not that he's trying to deceive the hitters. He just has this natural flow that makes it hard for hitters to pick the ball up. It gets on them a little bit quicker than they anticipate, even though they know what the velocity numbers are.
Fastball is outside. The changeup missing, and it's 3-2.
You got a full count.
Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. And down on strikes he goes. He didn't make it easy for him on the mound, but they still get the strikeout.
That was a pretty fun at bat right there, but you kind of hate to see a long battle like that end on a questionable call. I think he was right in letting it go. Frustrating result after he fought so hard at the plate.
So up now for Chicago, Carson Kelly. First pitch just misses. Swing and a line drive and a base hit up the middle. Just kind of sliced that one into center.
Look, I don't think that pitch would have been called a strike, but he did such a nice job of pulling his hands tight to the body and just getting enough of the barrel on it to be hard enough back up the middle for a knock.
And up next for Chicago, Ian Happ. 1 for 3. That one catches the zone. 0-1.
No, that missed.
The 1-1 is fouled off. Two outs. Swing and a miss. And he's down on strikes. That K is his third of the game. No runs, one hit, no errors, and a man left. We're on to the ninth now in Game 5. The Cubbies with just 3 outs separating them from history when we return. Welcome back, and here comes the closer, Porter Hodge.
Coming on for the save here, and something he couldn't get done in his last appearance. So let's see if he can bounce back and lock this thing up.
And now the right fielder, Devin Milligan. On the ground to the left. Swanson fires over to first. And the leadoff man retired here in the ninth.
That's a huge defensive play in the late stages of the game. It might not be the most challenging we've seen today, but it needed to be made. That's helping your team.
Harrison in the box now. No balls and a strike. The Cubs leading by 2 here in Game 5 of the World Series. Spoils a 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. One down, base is empty. Got him swinging. Down to the last out for the Rays. So the bullpen doing a nice job backing up the effort from their starter.
Yeah, we've seen some pretty excellent pitching out of this staff so far. I mean, they've come in ready to do their job and get outs. They've been pretty tough to get to in this one.
Corner stands in now and watches strike 1.
Quickly into an 0-2 count. Both pitches were down in the zone. I think you set your sights a little bit higher because you'll have a tendency to change.
And that's it. They are World Series champions.
A huge congrats to the World Series champs. This was an incredibly special team all season long, and what I love most is that these home fans that supported this team game in and game out, they got to witness it in their home ballpark. So many memories over this season, but in this game, this city is already going crazy.
Welcome back on the show as we see some of the final moments and reactions in this World Series clinching game. And now let's go down on the field where they're set to present the Commissioner's Trophy to the World Series champs. Singleton and our outstanding crew, I'm John Sciambi. This has been the World Series on MLB The Show.